boys and girls. I'm so excited to be back with you guys today. Thank you so much for sending me all the pictures of your work. Oh my word, you guys did great. And I was so happy to hear from you of what you might like to do. And the winner this week is, and you guys picked the lesson, is Dog Man. How many of you read this book? This series of books by Dav Pilkey. You know what? I don't have this book. I don't have any of them. My son used to read Captain Underpants, and I know that this is the same author and illustrator that did that series of books. But I think he started Dog Man after my little boy grew up, and so I have not heard of that. But this is Dog Man right here, and I am excited to do it. He is super cool. He is what I would call, this type of illustration is whimsical and fun, and it's obviously a cartoon drawing. So here is another one of his books, Lord of the Fleas. This is a take on a book that you will be reading in high school called Lord of the Flies. It's a book that I had to read in high school, and both my children in high school had to read it too. But this one's called Lord of the Fleas, I guess because he is Dog Man. But this is a really cute picture of this big cat mouth and them in front. So I thought we would start today, and I will teach you how to draw Dog Man. And that is the basic caricature. That is the basic way that Dog Man stands when he is about to do his deeds. I looked through on the Amazon website where you can read little snippets of the book so I could see a little bit about this character, because I don't have these books, but I do have so many books. So I'm sure if you guys choose some more, I probably have them in my library. If not, we can just keep on doing the look inside feature, and that's what you can do. And then also, a lot of books, I know we're all kind of stuck at home, and we are, libraries, we're not supposed to go there, and some things aren't even being delivered by Amazon, but you can do it on a Kindle if you have one. If not, just do that look inside feature or do some Google searches, which is what I did. Now, the other thing that I have for you today is I have printed out a Dog Man coloring page for you that I'm going to attach to the email. And so you can pull that out and color it or use it for reference. And then I also put a couple of other links to some other places where you can get coloring pages and activity pages and fun things to do. And then I'm going to attach some of my coloring pages. Now, Dog Man is really fun and cartoon-like and whatever, but you guys know Miss Strickler does coloring books. And so I thought it might be, oh, here's one. This is one page. It's one of mine. It's a tree with some leaves. I do kind of a whimsical drawing style as well, but I will attach some of these pages to you guys on this little PDF. Again, a PDF is just a way to download information on pages from the internet, and I will attach some of these in there for you too that you can color on this week. So if you want, just some extras if you feel like it. I love to color, and coloring is really good for us. It helps our brain. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of meditation. I meditate every day. Oh, it just gives me a chance to think and not think. You clear your mind of everything, but it gives you a chance to just kind of be in the moment. It's called being mindful and just kind of relaxing and being in the moment. And it's really good for our brains and our bodies and our health. And coloring actually put your mind in that state of meditation. So I'll attach some coloring pages for you too. Matter of fact, I'll do that every week because it is so good for you and it is so fun. Hey, and you know what else? If you send me some pages that you draw before you color them, then how about maybe if I get a few, I'll put them in a PDF and share them with everybody. So if you send me a drawing that you do of something that you're really proud of, that's cool, and you want to sign your name on it, and it's going to be your coloring page, kind of like my coloring page, I'll put them in a PDF and send them around if you guys like. That might be fun. So I also prepared this little Dog Man. Isn't he cute? He's running. Okay, so this is how he's showing action, by having his tongue hanging out, because that makes him look like he's really working hard. Also notice he's pumping his arms. That's another way to show motion. And he's got his legs going woo crazy, one way out in front of the other, so it makes you feel like he's going fast. So, today we will start with this dog man. We'll draw the regular standard dog man, and then I'll show you how to draw him fast, like he's running fast. And then I thought maybe we would do this one where he's kind of in this cat mouth if you want. Just some fun things. And I'll attach these to your PDF. So let's get rocking and rolling, making some fun. And I will get us going right here. So let's start. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to start right with a Sharpie so that you can see my lines clearly. You can start with a pencil and an eraser, if you want. But these shapes are pretty funny and basic, so I don't know that you really have to start with the pencil first. I think, you know how I just kind of incorporate my mistakes right into my art. You can do that too. I have my paper going the wrong way. I think I want it this way. So let's start. I'm looking at Dogman right here, and I'm going to think that I don't know if all this is going to fit in the screen, but let's move it over here and see. His head is about halfway down the bottom of his little jaw. I'll push that out of the way and I'll just show you guys. So halfway, I'm going to start right there and I'm going to make a shape like this. Can y'all do that? That's going to be the bottom of his little jaw. It's kind of like it's kind of like a wide smile. I was thinking the letter U, but it's really a wide smile. So now I'm going to come across the top here. That's the top of his little nose. Actually, it's a little wider. It comes over more like that. Okay? And then this shape goes, that's his head. Okay, mine's a little wonky right there, but that's because I'm using just a straight Sharpie. If I was using a pencil, I might smooth it out, but since I'm using a Sharpie, I'm going to smooth it out by making my lines fatter. That's a good trick, you guys. You can do that too. I'm going to make my lines fatter. I kind of like fat lines too. I think it's kind of fun. I'm going to color it in a little. While you get caught up, I'm going to get my lines a little fatter. I like that. I'm going to get this line a little fatter. Oh, the next spot, if you're ahead and you're waiting on me, he's got a nose right there. Now remember how when you do eyes, there's always that little white part that reflects the light, and we call that the shine. Let's put a shine on his nose. So let's take a moment to clear out a little spot that's going to stay white, and that's going to be like the little reflection and shine on his nose. I put mine right there. You can put yours anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and keep on thickening around the top of my head because I'm kind of liking this thick line looking thing I got going on. Aww. I've really thickened mine up, haven't I, boys and girls? But I kind of like it. That's fun. Okay, so what does he need now? How about some eyes? Do you guys think he needs some eyes? All right. Also, you want to know what else is kind of tricky for me? When I draw, boys and girls, and I want you to do this at home if it'll help you, I turn my paper every which way when I'm drawing. But when I'm doing this demo for you, I am trying to keep my paper straight so that it stays in the frame of the camera so you can see. So that's kind of tricky for me because when I draw upside down, sideways, every way, I'm always turning my paper. So if you're at home and you're drawing, feel free to turn your paper every which way because it really helps. Now, he's got a big old smile, so we're going to start right here. It's not halfway, it's a little below halfway. I'm going to start right here, and that smile goes clear over almost to his cheek. So I'm going to come like that. And then he's got 3 little whisker marks right here. And then his eyes are just kind of like long lines. So I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to make it a little thicker, like Dogman's. And he's got another one right here. And I'm going to make it a little thicker. There we go. Easy peasy. I'm going to thicken my smile just so it matches. I'm not going to thicken it as much. I'm going to thicken it just a little. Now again, I'm using a Sharpie just because that's what I have a lot of. Because I love them and I buy them by the box. But you can use anything. So this is great for just a Crayola super tip marker or any kind of a rose art, just any kind of marker that you have. And listen, if you don't have a juicy black one, because you know it's such a pain to draw with one that's running out of ink and it's not so juicy. Use purple, use blue, use any color. You don't have to use black, just use whatever you've got. Now, Dogman's got ears that are like flying off the back of his head. So let's put 2 ears. Now the first one is pretty much right in the center of this little rounded circle part. So I'm going to put one right here, and it's going to go, okay, and then I'm going to thicken that up. So you can see it really well. Ooh, I got out of the lines. It's okay. I'm going to just thicken that up then and make it look like I did it on purpose. There we go. All right, now I'm going to stick another spot. And this ear is further away. So this one's the closer one. So the one that is further away, is that going to be a little smaller or a little larger? Things that are closer to you are going to show up bigger. You see my hand? That's closer. Now this hand is further away from you. Which one looks bigger? The one up at front, right? The one that's further away is always smaller. So this ear is behind the other one. So it's going to be a little smaller. So let's put it a little smaller. See how he's a little smaller than that guy? That makes our brain, we don't even think about it, but when our brain sees it, our brain's thinking, ooh, that ear is further away. Same way when you're drawing, we've talked about this in class, but when you're drawing trees, and oh, you hear that ambulance out there? When you're drawing trees and stuff, the ones that are closer to you are going to be big, and the ones that are way out in the horizon or way over a little hill far away, they can look even that big and stuff. So remember that. That's a good way to make your drawings look like you've got things up close and far away. All right, he's looking so cute. Now I just noticed Dogman really has longer eyes, so I'm going to make my eyes a little longer. I made mine a little too short. See how I just added a little bit? Now he looks more like Dogman. Okay, he wears a little hat, so let's go. Let's put the bill of the hat on first. So we're going to start right here, and then we're going to come out like that. That's all that is a little bill of a hat. I'll get that. I know, it's kind of a weird shape, isn't it? Now the next one's great. It's just a rectangle. So we're going to go straight up from here, and we're going to come straight back here from there. Okay, and then straight over here. That's his little hat. That's Dogman's hat. And I want it to be more like that. So I'm going to come and get my hat. I made it nice and thick, didn't I? I'm going to get it nice and thick. Get the back of it. You don't have to make yours nice and thick. If you want to. I just kind of thought it'd be fun, and I was trying to cover up that mistake I made earlier, wasn't I? Okay, now he has a logo, like a symbol right there. That's his little Dogman logo, I guess. So we're going to put that on there. And the way we're going to do it looks kind of like I kind of think it looks like a tulip flower. So let's start with the letter U. And then we're going to lay the letter W right on the top. One, W. Ta-da! That's all there is to it. All right, so we've got Dogman's head. He looks pretty good. Let's get him his shirt. That's going to be easy peasy. We're going to start right about here and come down and make a rectangle. So let's go boom, boom, boom. Y'all got that. And guess what goes in the middle of his shirt? You got it. His logo. Or his insignia. Or whatever we're going to call it. His branding. He's advanced. He's got branding. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to thicken up this line because you know how I'm doing this thicker. And I'm going to go ahead and thicken that part. Okay, now he needs legs. So he's got 2 of them. They're going to come down right like this. So I'm going to put, and they come down to feet. So you know what? Let's start with the feet because they're just like, they look like potatoes actually. They're ovals. So I'm going to put my finger right in the middle because there's a little space between them. And I'm going to put myself 1 potato here and 1 potato there. Ta-da! Can y'all do that? I'm going to thicken mine up while you catch up. I'm going to thicken up my potato-y, ovally feet. They do look like potatoes, don't they? It's making me hungry. I didn't eat my breakfast today. Okay, 2 potatoes. Now the next part, easy peasy. You're going to connect the potatoes to the bottom of the... Ta-da! Those are his legs. Fun, huh? What's he need now? Hands! Let's get the hands going. Okay, and he's got little finger. He's got 3. Oh, I put 4. He's got 3 fingers. So let's come. He comes out from right here where this shirt meets his neck. Is where his arm starts, and it comes out, and then over, and then his other part, and then you cut it off right there. Okay, so it's just like a little zig and a zag, and then he has just a 3 bump. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna thicken mine up because I've been drawing everything thick today. The other videos that I made for you, I did them in the middle of the night because it was quieter. I was sleepy last night, so I'm doing them this morning. You can hear ambulances coming down the road today, so sorry about all that. I'll try to lay a little music in a minute so you don't hear it as much. All right, now he's got the same thing going on over here, another arm, but this one starts kind of under his chin right there. So we're going to come out and down, out and down, and then it comes like that, and then he's got those same 3 fingers. I got a little close to my guy there, but that's okay. He still looks pretty cool. And then I'm going to come right there and get him thicker. I think Dog Man is looking pretty cool. I like it. And that's it, guys. Oh, wait, I didn't thicken this leg, did I? I'm going to thicken that leg. Just so he looks even everywhere, right? I like Dog Man. Now, when you are done with yours, you can color him however you want. But when I send the PDF around, I will send some small images of this so you'll know how he's actually colored and how he actually looks on the covers of his books, okay? So do you guys want to do a quick one where we do him running? Because we've got this now, right? So everybody should have one of these. So, and you can use any paper. Guys, if you're low on paper at home, I take the cereal boxes sometimes and I will, because we recycle everything at our house. So it's always broken down out in the bins in the garage. So even if you don't recycle, go ahead and start recycling. It's good for the world, but even not, just get those cereal boxes because the inside, the cardboard is blank and it's so fun. I love to build things out of the cardboard. That is the best thickness, cereal box cardboard. Some of you are probably eating some mac and cheese this week. Those boxes are great for building things. Guys, you can paper mache at home. Did you know that? You just take those boxes and build stuff with tape, and then you get some flour and water and make a paste. That's fun too. I'm trying to think of all kinds of fun things you can do at home when we don't have all of our art supplies with us. All right, let's make our Dog Man running. So we already know how to make the face, but remember, his tongue is hanging out because he's working so hard. So we're going to, where we had the smile before, we're going to have a gap there now because his tongue is going to hang out of his mouth. So watch this. I'm going to start with that bottom line again. You know what? I'm going to turn my paper this way this time because he's kind of wider the way he's running. I'm going to start in the middle of my page again. I'm going to have that little bottom, but I'm going to stop because his tongue's hanging out right there. And so then I'm going to come around like that. If you're doing in pencil, you can go ahead and draw it, but I'm going to wait and add the tongue. So I'm going to put a tongue right here. You guys see that? It kind of is over that line. And a tongue always has a little line like that coming out. There's his tongue. It's funny, isn't it? Now, we're going to kind of continue. Like if we brought our finger on the rest of this and we kind of came up, there we go. That's the other side. Now, we're going to come down and go, leave a little space between them. Okay? Because this is going to come back. Remember now this is the top of his nose. Let's add a nose so everybody knows where we are. Make a spot for your shine. There we go. Now this bottom part is where his little mouth is open. So we're going to start, actually, this is where we're going to come and have the bottom of his mouth. It's going to come like this. End of the tongue. Okay. And then it's going to come around on the back, so we're going to go right through. Okay? Did that make sense? So we just, that's his head. And he's got those same old long eyes. I'm going to thicken my eyes a little so they look a little bit. That's right. Remember how this eye's closer than that eye? Look how that artist always drew the eye that's closer a little bigger than the eye that was further away. We did the same thing on our last one. Mr. Dave Pilkey is doing that as well. Okay? Now, inside his mouth, we've got the other side. It looks like his head's split open. But if you put a line right there, that makes it look like that's the inside of his mouth. And I'm going to black all that in because that is in shadow and that's the inside of his mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and black that part in. And that's the inside of his mouth. He's got some whiskers. It looks like Mr. Pilkey put some whiskers on him. Right like that. And then his ears, remember, come off the back of his head. So here's one ear here. Here's another ear. And then he put some action marks. That makes it look like things are flying or running. And what was happening there with the action is his little hat. Remember the U and then the W? And his little hat was flying off of his head. And that makes it look like, whoa, it's getting left in the wind. Oh, I made my head really big. I hope I've got room for my legs and feet. Do you ever do that sometimes? Get it a little big and then, uh-oh, is it going to fit? I think we'll just barely fit. So now we're going to come down with our body, and it's going to come down, just again, it's our little shirt. And he's got his logo, the U with the W in the top on his shirt. Now, here's where it gets fun. The arm that's behind is like this, and the arm that's going this way because he's running. So that, I hope I fit in the camera, I don't know. But his arm is going to start on the side of his tongue and come down. And then it comes off the side of his shirt and comes down just like that. Looks kind of like a noodle. Now let's get his little hands, which kind of does this. Remember, we learned that before. There's one arm. And the other arm's coming out this way running. So we're going to come down to the middle of this. And it's going to come up, and over. And then again, we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's running. Yeah, you guys are doing great. Let's try this. We're going to come down. And then this other little leg is coming down like that. And then we've got that potato shape again. The bottom of his shoe's coming up like that. It's a little bit thinner. See how it's thinner on this end and fatter on that end? It's because your heel, the heel of your foot is narrower than where your toes spread out. So that's why it's an oval like that and thinner here. But if yours is a perfect oval, it doesn't matter. This other potato looking foot looks more like an oval. So this one we're going to start, the back of the leg starts on this side of the curve, which is here. And the front of the leg starts on the bottom of the box, and it goes like that. And then again, we've got that potato leg. There it is, that potato foot running. You know what? Mine's a little small. I wish I'd drawn it a little bigger. If I was using a pencil, I would make it a little bigger. I'd probably erase, but I'm going to just thicken it up. And I'm going to double this one in, so. That's better. I like it. Now I'm going to go around and maybe thicken a few things while you guys catch up. If you are already ahead, just forward me along. If you're catching up, I'll keep it right here so you can see what's going on. Yeah. That's fun. I am going to turn my paper, boys and girls. I just have such a hard time drawing without turning my paper. I am going to turn it. This will be an experiment since we were mostly done. I'm going to see if it really changes the video much by me turning the paper, because this is all new to me. I've never made a video until that one for you the other day. I've never done it before. Okay. I hope I stayed in the frame where you can see what's going on. So this is what our little dude looks like running. I think he's kind of fun. And then you can put colors on it however you want. Now the way that Mr. Pilkey does it is he usually has him with blue legs and a turquoise shirt. So let's see if I've got, oh, you ever had that happen? That one needs to go right in the garbage can. That is not a good one. Let's try this one. It looks good. Let's see if it is. Let's test it out. Oh, it's a good one. Yay! I cannot stand it when my markers aren't good. So I'm going to make my little legs blue. Now, boys and girls, if you don't have markers, guess what works great? Colored pencils. Oh, they work beautifully for this. I love to color with colored pencils. I love to color with everything. So just see what you've got around your house. That's all that's this I call that royal blue. Now, he uses a turquoise blue. Let's see. You guys know turquoise is my favorite color. All my students know that because I talk about turquoise all the time. His hat is turquoise. And you guys see the studio wall? So you can't see over there. My whole studio is turquoise. My whole art room is all turquoise. I think I'd have my whole house turquoise if my husband would let me, but I don't think he likes it very much. The turquoise, that is. He likes green. And you know what? I love green too. All right, let's get this going. He's looking cute. How's yours coming? Is yours looking cute? I love it. His little logo or tulip flower, I don't think it's a tulip on Dogman. I think it's supposed to look like a police badge or something. Because police badges look kind of like that. It's just a real simplified shape. But his is yellow or gold looking. So if you're already ahead of me, you can do that. I'm liking that. And he's got gray feet in this picture. So I'm going to give mine gray feet. That's cute. I like that. This Dogman is so cute. Now, he's got like a reddish tongue. Let's see how this one looks if I've got it. Ooh. Oh, that's a terrible one. Another one for the garbage, guys. Let's see. Come on, red. That one looks okay. It works. It's kind of an orangey red, but I like it. That's cute. His little tongue is hanging out. And then the rest of him is kind of like a little orangey brown, but this is gold. Let's find a nice bright gold. Let's see if we make his little logo a really pretty bright gold. I like that color. And then the rest of Dogman is kind of a beigey brown color. So let's see. I found this one. Let's see if that's a good one. Ooh, that's too dark. Do you see how you guys can't see, but I've been testing them over here first so I know what I'm getting. I always try to test somewhere else so I make sure that it's juicy and it's a good color, and that was a good color. So let's get his little paws that color. This one's not real juicy. You can see I'm probably going to run out. But it's not bad. That's not too bad. Kind of makes it look like he's got a furry texture, doesn't it? I kind of like it. It makes him look like he's furry. So I'm going to go ahead and finish with it, even though he's looking kind of furry. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Oh, it's really drying out, isn't it? That is not a good marker. But you know what? I don't mind it, boys and girls. It looks like he is furry, and it looks like it's darker here and darker there, and looks like maybe some light is shining on his head because it got lighter up here. I'm going to pretend like I did it on purpose. Now, I think it's fine. How does yours look? Did you color yours? Now, you do not have to color it the exact same colors in the exact same way that Mr. Pilkey did. Mr. Dave Pilkey chose these colors, but you can choose whatever colors you want. Now, I was going to take you through one more because we have time, and I just think this one is so cute where they're standing in that cat mouth. Now, this must be some little friend in the story. I'm afraid to tell you I don't know who that is because I told you I haven't read these books, but we'll draw him in there and put Dogman right there inside of a cat mouth because I think that is hilarious and I love it. So let's try that. If you're done drawing Dogman and you're tired, just turn me off. If you're having fun, let's draw Dogman with his friend inside the cat mouth. Okay, here we go. Now this one I'm going to start with the cat mouth shape so that it all fits. So let's see. I'm going to put, I'm going to figure my ground comes up to here, so I need a nice big circle. So I'm going to have my ground. I'm going to go ahead and put my ground. It's kind of bumpy. There's my ground. And I'm going to have my cat head come. Whoa, I got mine really big. I think I got mine bigger than Mr. Dave Pilkey, but that's okay. That's cool. Let's give this cat some ears. That's fun. This cat also had a big old mouth, so we're going to kind of come up like that, almost to the top, and then straight across. It's a little bit of an angle, so mine's going to start right there. I'm going to go, and then I'm going to come around, back down, back down. So I kind of made myself, this is parallel to this. It's a curve, but it follows the shape. This line follows the shape of this, and this one goes straight across. Now I got mine a little crooked that way because it was kind of fun, but actually, because Mr. Dave Pilkey's is a little crooked, but I made mine extra crooked, see? And if yours goes straight across, that's okay too, but that's what that is. So now we're going to put a nose right here. He had a nose right there, and guess what he put on his nose? A shine. There's a little shine, and then a straight line down. And then he had two eyes, but they're like squished up, like he's got his mouth open so big and he's smiling. His eyes are squinted up close, so all you see is a little hump. Two of them, like an upside down U. Okay? So those are his eyes, and he has little whisker marks where his little whiskers probably grow out of. But then Mr. Pilkey put his whiskers off to the side. Okay? So you can add your whiskers and your little face. Look how cute. Oh, he's got teeth. But we're not going to put the teeth yet because Dogman is in front of the teeth. So they are behind Dogman. And where there's overlap, we want to make sure our teeth are behind. So we're going to hold off on those. And maybe I draw Dogman too short, and then it won't matter because then the teeth will show. If I make Dogman bigger, though, I want to make sure that my teeth are behind. Okay, so Dogman's kind of looking down. If you look here, he's got his head looking down at his little friend. So we're going to make our shape, same shape we always make, but it's going to be pointed down a little bit. So let's see. We're going to have it go. Remember how we like to start with this shape right there? And it's pointing down this time, okay? Now I'm going to bring it up a little bit more than what I did, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to have that shape come around because that's Dogman's head, remember? Now remember, Dogman has this little smile coming right here, and it comes to there. Then he's got his nose, and yep, save that shine if you can. And then he's got three whiskers. And we all know he's got his eyes that kind of come down like that. Hey, he's starting to look like Dogman, huh? Did I go too fast? If I did, just rewind. And he's got his little ears coming off the back. And remember, this ear's further away, so I'm making it a little smaller. He's got his little hat. And then it's just a rectangle. And we're going to put his little police, I think this is his like insignia. That's what we're going to call that. Pretty cool, huh? Now, he's got some little whiskery things that come down here again. He's got 5 of them, just that last one's little. Now, starting here, comes down to his little shirt, and it comes over, then it comes up. And on this one, it doesn't go all the way up because from here, it has an arm of a shirt, okay? His arm of his shirt. And we'll put his U with the W. His other arm is coming from up here, so it's going to start right where the shirt meets the mouth, and it's going to go around, and then the next one comes right under it and stops, like a noodle again, and then we get his little hand, okay? But his hand over here is a little different because it's holding his friend's hand. We'll do that one in a minute. We'll go ahead and move to the feet. Now the feet are on this ground, and it's going to come up like you're not going to see the whole round potato because it's kind of into the ground. If yours is higher than where we put the ground, don't worry about it. You can add more ground on top. Matter of fact, I'll make mine higher just so you can see how that would happen. So let's say, well, mine fits right there. Well, I'll show you on a separate one. So let's see. Let's have our foot come up and go. See how it just kind of does that? And then you attach the leg. And then the other foot is sticking out over the side. And the other leg goes right there, okay? Now let's say that yours didn't fit right there very well. So you could always do this. Let's say you had your ground, and the bottom of your shirt is here, and then by the time your foot comes out, your legs, your foot is more here, but you didn't want it to come all the way down that far, just make another, look, more bumpy ground. Maybe the same thing happened over here. You got some more bumpy ground. And then if you want to make it look on purpose, put some more, and maybe put some more down here. And then all we did was build our ground up to come meet our feet. So you can do that. It's a good way if yours didn't quite reach the ground, just add some more ground. Okay, so we've got him, everything's done except for he's going to be holding his friend's hand. So let's go ahead and get the hand, and then we'll get where the friend's hand goes in, and then we'll build back into the friend. So this one is different, the hand. We're going to come around the top, and it's going to come like that, because it's like his little thumb is holding a hand. Now on the bottom, we're going to come here, and we're going to have the same thing go that way, because that's the bottom, and then we're going to make another finger, okay? So do you see how it's kind of like a swirl? That's like his little pinky guy and his little thumbkin. Then we just made a connection. And out of this little spot right here, we're going to go boom, boom. That's his friend's arm. Then if you want, you can add that other little finger right there. Now, that's his little friend's arm. His little friend is striped. And this comes into his little friend's belly. So you can come into a letter U right there. Okay? Then his little friend has some little legs that come down, boom, boom. And then there's his foot. And his legs are striped again. And then it goes boom, boom. Okay? And he's got a little tail he's got another arm too. He's got a little tail that comes from right here. And it's striped. Kind of cute, huh? That's his belly, and it's striped. But he needs a little head. Now he's got a big head, and it kind of comes like this. Now, it's wider on this side, so let's start right here up over the arm. We're going to have a little thing that does that. And then his head comes around and meets it like that. Kind of weird shape, huh? So that's a little cheek, and it comes down. And then come around like that. And he has ears like, I guess he's kind of like a cat or something. Now off of this little spot is a little arm that comes down like that. It's a small little arm, and he's got stripes. He's got some whiskers over here, I think, that little guy does. And right here where this cheeky thing comes in, right down through here is his little nose. It's like a little triangle. He's got a little smile. And then he's got long eyes, kind of like long ones like that. Remember, this eye's closer, so it's a little bit longer, but there's his little eyes. I'm going to thicken those eyes just a bit. And then he's got these little expression marks way up high, like that. Because he's like, oh, hi. Those good buddies. And that's it. Isn't that fun? Now we got to get our teeth in, okay? Now our teeth are going to go behind this. So we're going to have a line come. And wherever Dog Man gets, we're going to just stop. So if we bump into him, stop, stop, back over, okay? Then we're going to just, let's see, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teeth. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teeth. Now let's say that you end up with 6 or 7 teeth. That's okay. It'll still be awesome. All right, so we're done, I think. That's cool. That's Dog Man and his friend inside this cat mouth kind of mountain thing at the Lord of the Fleas. Now, if you want to make it look the rest of the way his cover looked, he has, Mr. Dave Pilkey has some foliage coming in all around the edge, some leaves and stuff to kind of finish it off. And look how he put dots on the sand. So if you want, you could put your name down there, or you could just leave it. And then come in and put some leaf shapes if you want. If you want to. I'm going to add just a few, I think. And then there's some coming down from the top. I'm just adding lots of leaves. If you think you're not good at leaves, just make them the ends of footballs with a little bit extra pointy. Makes it look kind of like he's out in the jungle, doesn't it? Yeah, and then if you want to do it like the book cover, you can come in and dot your sand. Because I think that looks like sand. I can get a little boring dotting sand, can't it? I'm going to try to hurry. I'm getting bored. And I'm tired of that noise. It's crazy. But it's looking cool, so I'm going to keep doing it. Sometimes we just have to be patient, don't we? To get the look we want. I like it with the little sand dots. What do you guys think? Did you add dots to yours? You don't have to, but you can, and it's not too hard, and that's fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed Dog Man, and thank you guys for voting and sending in suggestions on what you wanted to draw this Thursday. Send in some more, and so next Thursday we'll do it. Now we're going to do something really cool on Monday again that still has to do with Peru, and then next Thursday I will take your votes and take your suggestions, and whatever I hear the most from that you guys want to draw, then we will do that next Thursday, okay? I sure do hope you're having a great day. I miss you guys, and keep on drawing. You know what? Try to draw something every day, even if it's little. And if you guys really, really want to get better and get better faster, draw from life. Draw a still life, or draw something every day that you see. Like you could put a bowl of water, or just a vase, or a cup, maybe a coffee cup, and sit it on the table and draw that. You could lay out 2 markers on the table and try to draw them. Draw your pencil, draw your shoe, draw whatever. And just draw one thing every single day. And if you're drawing from life and you're looking at it, be sure to look carefully. Most people think that, oh, all that talent is in your hand. It's not. It's right here in your brain. It's how you look at, it's mostly how you see, and how carefully you look at all the details. And it's also about knowing things, like if it's in front of something else, it's going to overlap. If it's way out in the front, it's going to be bigger than something that's behind. So you keep thinking and you keep learning all these little tips and tricks, and then you keep practicing, and you can become amazing. Anybody can do it. Make your moms do it. My sister, she's 50 something, and she thinks, I can't draw a straight line. I'm like, she could if she would try, but she sometimes gets nervous to try. So just do it every day, and anybody can do it. And I want you guys to work hard at your creativity while you have this extra time, and have a good time and enjoy. Now, also be sure and look at all the different coloring pages I'm going to send you if you like them. And if you have some ideas of some coloring pages you might want me to make for you or find for you, have your caregiver send me that information, and I will be happy to find it for you and include it in next week's lesson. Okay, until then, keep drawing and send me some goodies. And I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.